I gifted my parents an oceanfront mansion valued at $425,000 for their 50th anniversary. When I arrived, my mother was crying and my father was trembling. My sister's family had taken over the house. Her husband approached my father, pointed at the door, and yelled, "This is my house. Get out." My sister was scoffing until I walked in, and everyone fell silent. I'm Christian. I'm 36 years old and I'm a neurosurgeon. I earn around $750,000 annually. But it wasn't always like this. I grew up in poverty, real poverty, the kind where you skip meals, wear second-hand clothes, and live in a 2-bedroom apartment with 5 people. My parents worked hard, my father in construction, my mother cleaning houses, but it was never enough. From the age of 14, I worked, contributing every cent to the family. I got full scholarships for college. I studied medicine, specialized in neurosurgery, brutal years without sleep, but it was worth it. And ever since I started earning real money, I helped my family. I paid off the mortgage on the family home, bought a car for my parents, and covered medical expenses. My sister Elena is 3 years younger, 33, married to William for 10 years. They have 2 children. Together they earn maybe $65,000 a year. For years I helped them too. But there was a difference. My parents were always grateful. Elena and William expected my help as if it were my obligation. A year ago, I decided to do something big. My parents were about to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary. They deserved something special. I looked for oceanfront houses. My mother always dreamed of living near the ocean. I found the perfect property, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a modern kitchen, large windows overlooking the ocean, $425,000. I bought it in cash, but I did something smart. I put it in a trust. My parents were lifetime beneficiaries with exclusive rights of occupancy. They could live there their whole lives, but they couldn't sell, mortgage, or do anything without my authorization. I did it to protect them because I knew Elena and knew that if my parents had a valuable property, someone would try to take advantage. I spent 2 months preparing everything. I furnished the house completely, televisions, appliances, everything. A week before the anniversary, I filled the refrigerator. I left a note for Mom and Dad, with all my love. Enjoy your new home. Christian. I didn't tell anyone. I wanted it to be a surprise. The plan was to take my parents to lunch on their anniversary, give them the keys, and see their reaction. But 3 days before, I received a call. It was late, almost midnight. I was just getting out of an 8-hour surgery. Christian, it was my mother. Her voice was shaking. Mom, what's wrong? Elena and William are in a house. They say it's theirs, but it has your note, the one that says, for Mom and Dad. My blood ran cold. What? Your father and I went to visit them. They took us to this beautiful house by the sea. When we went inside, we saw your note. Elena read it and laughed. She said, Christian has always been so naive. They are there now. Yes, with their kids, their dog. They've brought all their things. William told your father, this house is mine now, old man. Christian doesn't know how to do business. I took a deep breath, controlling my rage. Mom, that house isn't Elena's, it's yours. Yours and Dad's. What? I bought it for you for your anniversary. It's legally in a trust. Only you have the right to live there. But Elena said. Elena lied. I'm on my way now. What's the address? She gave it to me. Don't do anything. Just wait for me. I'll be there in 2 hours. I called my lawyer. Marcus. It was almost 1 a.m. Marcus, I have squatters in a property I bought. My sister and her family. Understood. I'll see you at your office in 30 minutes. I drove fast. The rage I felt was physical. How dare Elena? How dare William? That house was for our parents. Marcus was waiting for me with a briefcase. I have all the documents, deeds, the trust, everything. The drive was 2 hours. When we arrived, it was 3 a.m. The house was lit up. William's old SUV was in the driveway. I rang the doorbell hard, 3 times. William opened it in his pajamas, holding a beer. "Christian, what are you doing here?" "I came to get my property back." "Your property? This is my house." "No, this is the house I bought for my parents." "You are occupying it illegally." William laughed. "I bought this house." "Show me." "I don't have to show you anything." "Get out." Marcus intervened. "I am Mr. Christian's lawyer. This property is in a trust. You have no legal right to be here." William turned pale. "No." Elena said. "Elena said what?" "That you could steal my parents' house." "It's not theft. You have money. We need it more. That doesn't give you the right to take what isn't yours." Elena appeared. "Christian, calm down. This is a misunderstanding." "There is no misunderstanding. You invaded a property that doesn't belong to you. I thought it was for the whole family." "That's a lie. Did you see my note? It clearly said, for Mom and Dad. They're my parents. I have as much right to it as they do." "No, you have no right, and you're going to leave now. You can't just kick us out like this." Marcus lifted his briefcase. "Yes, he can. And if you don't do so voluntarily, we will call the police for trespassing." William looked at Elena. The children were asleep. The dog was barking. "Christian, please," Elena said. "We have nowhere to go. You have your house. But this one is better, bigger. And it's not yours. You're cruel. You were always the favorite." "Favorite? I've worked since I was 14. I paid for my own college. I became a neurosurgeon with no help. Meanwhile, you waited for me to solve your life, to pay your bills. For years I helped you, and it was never enough. Because you have, and we don't. Because I worked, and you didn't. And now you're trying to steal from our parents." Elena started to cry. Fake tears. "That doesn't work on me, Elena. You have 1 hour. Start packing." Elena stopped crying when she saw it wasn't working. "Christian. Be reasonable. We already set everything up. The kids are asleep. At least give me until tomorrow." "No. Why are you being so difficult?" "Because you invaded our parents' house. Because you stole their gift. Because William yelled at Dad to get out. My father appeared from one of the bedrooms. He looked small, scared. My mother was behind him, her eyes red from crying. Son, maybe we can wait until tomorrow, my father began. No, Dad. This ends now. Marcus opened his briefcase, took out documents. Mr. William, Mrs. Elena, these are the property papers. As you can see, this house belongs to a trust established on March 15th of last year. The beneficiaries are Christian's parents. You are not listed on any document. William took the papers, reviewed them. His face went from red to white. But Elena said Christian was going to sell it to you cheap. I looked at Elena. That's what you told him. I misunderstood. You didn't misunderstand anything. You lied. You told him I would sell you the house. You never had my permission. You never had anything. I thought you would agree. We're family. Family doesn't lie. Family doesn't steal. Marcus continued. Furthermore, I checked the online reservation system. Someone listed this property on a vacation rental platform. Was that you? Elena turned pale. I found 3 reservations for next month. You were planning to rent out my parents' house without their permission. We need the money, Elena muttered. Then work, like I did, like our parents did their entire lives. William dropped the papers. Fine, we'll go. But not tonight. It's inhuman. You have 1 hour. If not, I'm calling the police. The children. You should have thought about your children before committing a crime. Marcus already had his phone in his hand. Christian, should I call the police or do we wait? Elena panicked. No, wait, we're leaving. But we need time to pack. 50 minutes now. Elena and William began to move frantically. They woke up the children, who were crying, confused. They packed clothes into trash bags. The dog barked non-stop. Meanwhile, I sat with my parents on the porch. Why didn't you call me sooner? We didn't want to bother you, my mother said. You're always so busy. Mom, this isn't a bother. This is important. Elena said you had given her permission, that it was a family arrangement. And you believed her. My father looked down. We didn't want to cause trouble. You know how Elena gets when she's angry. Dad, this is your house, your gift. You can't let Elena intimidate you. It's just. She's our daughter. And I'm your son. Would I yell at you like William yelled at you? No. Would I kick you out of a house that belongs to you? No. Then don't let them do it. You have to learn to say no. 40 minutes later, Elena and William had packed the basics. The kids were in the car, crying. The dog was in the trunk, boxes and bags piled up. Ready, William said in a defeated voice. Good. Leave the keys on the table. Elena dropped them hard. Happy? You left us with nothing. I didn't leave you with nothing. You have your house, your car, your jobs. What you don't have is my parents' house. You were always selfish. No, I was always the one paying your bills. And not anymore. What does that mean? It means it's over. No more loans, no more bailouts, no more covering your emergencies. It's finished. You're a bad brother. I'm a brother who set boundaries. You should try it. Elena left, furious. William followed her. The car disappeared into the night. Marcus said goodbye. Call me tomorrow. We need to change the locks and check for any more surprises. When he left, I stayed with my parents in their new house. Their real house. Son, my father said, you didn't have to do this. Yes, I did. 50 years together. You deserve this and more. My mother finally smiled. It's beautiful. I never imagined living by the sea. Now you can. And nobody, absolutely nobody, is going to take this from you. That night I slept on the sofa in the house, standing guard, making sure Elena didn't come back. And I knew this wasn't over. The next morning, I hired a locksmith. He arrived at 8. He changed all the locks, doors, windows, garage. I gave my parents the only copies of the new keys. No one else has access, I told them. Only you. I also installed security cameras, 2 in the front, 1 at the back door, 1 in the garage, all connected to an app on my phone and on my parents. If Elena or William show up, you'll know immediately. My father watched everything with concern. Don't you think this is too much? No. Elena has already shown what she's capable of. Then I checked the vacation rental platform. Elena had created a fake profile using photos of the house. She had 3 confirmed reservations. I called the platform, explained the situation, and sent the property documents. This house was listed without the owner's authorization. The account was suspended within 2 hours. The reservations were cancelled, and the deposits were returned to the customers. Elena called me, furious. You just cost me $24,400. It wasn't your $24,400. It was illegal rent from a property that doesn't belong to you. I needed that money. Then get a full-time job. Like I did. Not all of us can be perfect neurosurgeons. No, but all of us can be honest. And you weren't. I hung up. I blocked her. 2 weeks later, I received a message from my mother. Christian. Elena came by. She wanted to come in. We told her no. She got very angry. What did she say? That we were bad parents, that we were choosing you over her, that we never loved her. And what did you say? Your father told her it wasn't about choosing, it was about respect. She didn't show respect. Good. How did that feel? Difficult, but necessary. I felt proud of them. They were finally learning to set boundaries. A month later, my mother called me. Elena wants to apologize. She's asking if she can come over to talk. Do you want to see her? She's our daughter. But we don't want any more drama. Okay. Tell her she can come, but I'll be there. We agreed on a date, a Saturday afternoon. Elena arrived alone, without William, without the kids. She sat in the living room, looking at everything. The house she tried to steal. It's beautiful, she said quietly. It is, I replied. I want to apologize. To you, to Christian. What I did was wrong. My mother started to cry. Elena, why did you do it? Because I'm tired of struggling, tired of not having enough. And when I saw this house, I thought it was my chance. Our chance. But it wasn't yours, I said. I know. And I'm sorry. Truly. What do you want, Elena? Forgiveness? Money? Forgiveness. Just that. I don't expect you to help me anymore. I know I crossed a line. You crossed several lines. You lied, you stole. You tried to rent out someone else's property. You intimidated our parents. I know. So what's going to change? I asked. I got a full-time job in an office. It pays better. William is also looking for something better. We're going to financial therapy, learning to live with what we have. My father spoke. We're proud that you're making changes, daughter. Thanks, Dad. I looked at Elena. I saw something different. Not the arrogance from before. Maybe some real humility. Elena, you can rebuild the relationship with our parents, but it's going to take time, and it's going to require respect. I understand. And with me, I need to see actions, not just words. Okay. She left after an hour. The conversation was uncomfortable, but necessary. 6 months later, things were different. My parents were enjoying their house. They walked on the beach every morning. My mother planted a garden. My father built a deck. Elena visited once a month, always asking first, always respectful. She would bring food, spend time with them without asking for anything. And I learned something important. Generosity without boundaries isn't generosity, it's enabling abuse. Helping family is fine, but not when it destroys your peace or the peace of others. A year after the incident, I was sitting on my parents' deck, watching the sunset. My mother brought coffee. Thank you, son. For this. For defending us. For teaching us to defend ourselves. You don't have to thank me. Yes, we do. We spent so many years letting Elena get away with everything. You were right. We needed limits. How does it feel? Liberating. And terrifying. But good. My father joined us. Your sister is doing better, too. More responsible, more mature. I'm glad. But if you hadn't intervened that night, we would still be letting her walk all over us. Someone had to. That night, driving back to the city, I thought about everything. About my parents' sacrifice, about my struggle to get ahead, about Elena's manipulation, about the necessary confrontation. And I thought about the house, not just as a material gift, but as a symbol of boundaries, of respect, of a love that protects instead of enables. My parents deserved that house. They deserved peace. They deserved to enjoy the fruit of 50 years together without anyone stealing that from them. And Elena needed to learn that family isn't an ATM, that love isn't enabling abuse, and that respect is the foundation of every relationship. Justice isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's just saying no, setting boundaries, protecting what's important. I gave my parents a house valued at $425,000. But the real gift was teaching them that they deserved to defend it, that they deserved to say no, that their peace mattered. And that lesson, in the end, was worth more than any property. Yeah.